What's poppin', BSNians? I might hurt some feelings with this one. Okay, straight up, I love Batman. To this day, second favorite superhero of all time. First being Static, obviously. But I don't want no more Batman content! It's too much. It's too much. It's like they took a bowl of ice cream and put marshmallows and sprinkles on it, and then as if that wasn't enough, they drizzled it with caramel sauce and chocolate syrup, and then as if that wasn't enough, they took like a line of cocaine and sprinkled that over the top, and then they asked you if you wanted gummy bears on it. I love Batman. I think Batman is one of the coolest characters ever. But I also think he functions best as a legacy character. You know what I mean? And by that, in case you don't know what I mean a character who leaves a legacy. Having, 10 to 15 Batman projects at any given time is overkill. Think about it like Star Wars. When Disney first acquired Star Wars, they were feeling themselves. And with their whole chest, they said, we're going to release one Star Wars film every single year. 1 year is going to be a standalone. The next year is going to be a saga film. And what happened to that? Because Star Wars don't work that way. Y'all know my number one thing is paying off the promise of the premise. My other thing is understanding the nature of the property you're working with. Some anime stuff, you can just crank that out, right? And it's not going to make much of a difference. There's not going to be fatigue. But for Star Wars, that's gumbo. That's Grandma's gumbo. And you can't rush Grandma's gumbo. Matter of fact, Grandma's gumbo started getting prepped last week. You gotta let that simmer. And this is how Batman is. Batman is Grandma's gumbo. You gotta let it prep. You gotta start the prep the week before. And then you gotta let it simmer. Which means you should, at the most, have 2 to 3 Batman projects happening. But even spread those out. So one, you have mainline, like this is for all the Bruce stans. Your second one would be him as an old guy. Think like Batman Beyond. So he's not Batman, he's really just Bruce, but he's helping run things. And then you have your Elseworlds Batman situation going on, right? Where you can just kind of play around and do stuff with him. But outside of that should be it. And the other Bat titles should be the characters taking up the legacy. Let's talk about Nightwing. What's Tim Drake doing? But there should not be all these different Batman properties. It lowers the quality of what it is. Batman's like a fine wine, and they keep trying to pump it out the barrel before it's ready. He ain't Tito's vodka. He's Batman.